Hello guys, it's the final game of the season. It's Manchester United versus Fulham, so let's get into it. Let's cue that intro. Oh no, and welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Manchester United face Fulham at Old Trafford. It's a half-4 kickoff. Obviously, it's all half-4 kickoffs, as it is the last game of the season. So the team I've gone for, I think it pretty much picks itself. I reckon it will be Martial, Rashford, Sancho, with Fernandes, Casemiro, Eriksen, and then Malacia, Lindelof, Varane, and maybe Delo or Wan-Bissaka. I'm not too sure. I expect there might be a few changes now that we obviously we won last night, and obviously David De Gea in net, and then obviously we've lost Anthony with a huge injury, so he's going to be a huge miss for the last couple of games. Well, especially the last game and the FA Cup final. So yeah, that's going to be a hard situation for us. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's play match. Let's talk about the Chelsea game, which was played last night, and we won 4-1. Yeah, I didn't expect that scoreline. I was expecting it to be a much harder game, and to be honest, if Chelsea could finish, it would have been a harder game. The game started really. We was open, Mudryk had the first chance, and it kind of fell to him, and he didn't really finish it. And then we got a free kick through Eriksen, and Eriksen put in a good free kick. Eriksen ball in, and obviously it was that man Casemiro with the header. So then that was 1-0. And then we got the injury that we did not want. We got the Anthony injury, and it didn't really help the team with that injury. So yeah, he's going to be a massive loss for us. And it actually showed why we need Anthony in the team on that right-hand side. He connects the team together. I know Sancho played there for the rest of the game, but yeah. He's got a thing to learn again, Sancho. He obviously normally plays on the left and on the right. I think we kind of we kind of opened up a bit, if to say the least. And Chelsea had quite a few chances. Havertz had a header. Conor Gallagher had a chance. They had loads of chances, but they just could not put away. They just couldn't finish. They just literally just could not finish, and it was looking like we was going to go into half time winning 1-0. But then all of a sudden we got a goal out of nowhere. It was a no-look pass from Casemiro. What a pass it was to Sancho, who put it on a plate for... that's a penalty. He put it on a plate for... excuse me. He put it on a plate for Martial, who tapped it in for 2-0. And that was a great time to score as well, right before half-time. So, yeah, that was a great finish from... It was a great finish. Oh, well, I never score penalties. It was a great finish from Martial. But yeah, it was the no-look pass from Casemiro. He got man of the match, which he deserved, I think. Okay, what was that cross? Yeah, it was just one of them. It was just one of them games where everything fell into place for United, and it did. So yeah, we went into half time, winning 2-0, and then second half we pretty much controlled it a bit more. Chelsea didn't have that many chances, whereas United did. We got the first chance through Fernandes. Lindelof won the ball high up, and he put it on a plate for Sancho, who laid it off to Fernandes, and he hit the crossbar. But then, literally a couple minutes later, Bruno Fernandes did get fouled. He nutmegged Wesley Fofana, who didn't have the best of games. He nutmegged Wesley Fofana, and in the end, he gave a foul away. It's definitely a penalty. So then Fernandes scored the penalty, which was then 3-0. And then, what's his name? Fofana misplaced a pass towards Fernandes, right at the back post, and Fernandes just put it on a plate for Rashford with a bit of skill, gets past the defender, and then puts it past Kepa in net. Well, Kepa did make a save, but It was yeah, it was just one of them. It was just one of them. Saves. It just fell for Rashford to, put it into the net. So then that was 4-0, and then they did get a goal through João Felix. It was a good run from João Felix, and yeah, it was a great strike. So we didn't get the clean sheet, but we could have had 5 or 6 to be honest. We had Canacho hit the crossbar if I remember correctly, and he had a couple of chances when he came on. So yeah, it was like it could have been 5 or 6-1. But it is pretty much if Chelsea finished their chances in the first half, then it could have been a wholly different game. But yeah, in the end, we won 4-1, so it confirmed our Champions League situation, and it moved us up into third position. So yeah, it was a good win for United in the end, and I thought every player played well. I thought the substitutions were good as well. Obviously, Rashford had to come on. He didn't start the game. Rashford had to come on for Anthony in the end. But yeah, that Anthony injury, that's a huge loss. Apparently, he could be out for 2 months, but let's see what happens. And you never know, he might be back, but I doubt it. If it's an if it's an ankle injury, hopefully he gets hopefully he gets fit for next season, or pre-season next season. So yeah, hopefully he'll be back with Lissandro Martinez. So yeah, going on to this weekend, obviously. Oh, excuse me. Obviously, this weekend we do have Fulham, and Fulham. Since they got Mitrovic back, they're pretty much the same Fulham, and I wouldn't be surprised if they will want retribution from the last visit to Old Trafford. Obviously, was that FA Cup game. So yeah, I definitely think they want something from this game. So I reckon it will be a tough game for United. And Ten Hag said on Thursday that he isn't gonna rotate the team, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But like for players like Weghorst to play, maybe Harry Maguire might play his last game. It's just like one of them games. I reckon there will be a few changes. Well, I reckon it will be the same midfield. But a few changes in defence, and maybe we see Weghorst start instead of Martial. Which I don't know. Let's see. So also, yeah, I expect it's going to be a big game for us. I think we get a record as well. He was talking about a record. I think if we win, I think it'll be the most home wins that we've had in the Premier League season. I think. I'm not too sure what the stat is, but I think if we win, we get a record or something. So yeah, oh, what a goal! We definitely need to we definitely need to put in a good performance, as it is our last league game, and yeah, it was. Let's just see what happens. That goal was BS, by the way. Let's see what happens. It is always going to be a tough game. Obviously, for Fulham, they're just playing for. Yeah, they're just literally playing for the last season. It's pretty much like the Bournemouth game. It's going to be like that, where nothing. It means nothing for both teams now. So I wouldn't be surprised if United don't turn up and give Fulham the victory. But I think United will. I think we will. I think we will get a performance this weekend, because obviously we want to be in good form towards the FA Cup final, which is not this weekend, next weekend, and I think it's on Saturday, isn't it? Not? Is it on Saturday or is it on Sunday? I'm pretty sure it's just on Saturday. Or is that no? That's the Champions League final that's on the Saturday. Maybe we're playing. Oh no, we are playing the Sunday, because I think the playoffs are the day before. I think. I'm not too sure, but whatever. Right. So also yesterday, weird story came out as well. Massive news about Mason Mount, and apparently he's destined for Manchester United. He wants to go to Manchester United. Apparently, he's told the Chelsea people that he wants to go to Man United, and apparently he's going to cost us at least 80 million, which I think is yeah. I don't think we should spend 80 million on Mason Mount. You know, 40, maybe 30, 40 million, maybe, but even so, that is a bit of a weird question. So, yeah, apparently we're after Harry Kane and Declan Rice, so those three English players. So yeah, again, you know, I'd take Rice, and obviously Kane will do for a couple of seasons. Like he's going to be a Van Persie, isn't he? Pretty much, if we sign Kane. But I think there's better well, there's not better strikers out there at the moment, Premier League wise. But obviously they've also personally I would prefer Osman to Harry Kane, because obviously Osman will give us 4 or 5 years, whereas Harry Kane will only give us what 2, 3 years tops. So there is talk of us signing, trying to sign to a older striker like Harry Kane, and then a younger striker like is it Højlund, I think, Rasmus Højlund from Atalanta. Apparently he's the next Haaland. What make of that one what you will. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, but obviously it doesn't matter what happens until we find out what's happening with the ownership. And apparently there is still talk of us finding out the end of this week. So maybe after the game at Old Trafford, maybe we'll find out. Let's see what happens with that. Again, apparently a Glazer is supposed to be at the game this weekend, so let's see what happens with that. But yeah, it's gonna be. It has been. If Man United finish third this season with the League Cup, and obviously if we can beat City in the FA Cup final, which I doubt we will, but we've got a chance. You never know. It's Wembley, so you never know. It's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a hard game, and this weekend is going to be a hard game as well, because obviously it is Fulham, and I expect Fulham to come and challenge United. I don't expect them to have chances like Chelsea had, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a load of goals in this game. And to be honest, if we can get the 3 points and finish third, I think that's a good end to the season with finishing third, a couple points above Newcastle, and with the League Cup in hand, and then maybe the FA Cup. You never know. But anyway, guys, for my score prediction, I think United will win. I think there will be goals in this game, so I think 3-1 Man United. I think we'll be. I think we will be up for it, and I think Fulham will score. But I think in the end, we'll be too good, and obviously, I think the team will want to give the fans one last hurrah at Old Trafford before obviously the season finishes this weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 as my score prediction. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. So right, guys, I'm going. Bye.